Good morning, neighbors. It is Monday, February 9th, 2026, and you are tuned in to the Murphy Morning Show. I am your host, Sara, here to walk with you through what is happening in and around Murphy, North Carolina. So pour that first cup of coffee and settle in for today's stories. Let us start with the big story that has many folks talking across Cherokee County. Our county sheriff is stepping down this Friday after a wave of public concern over how his office handled two separate murder cases, including the 2022 shooting of an unarmed man here in Murphy and the killing of a detention officer by an inmate. Community members raised those concerns with the district attorney, and that pressure ultimately led to the sheriff's decision to resign after what he described as prayer and reflection, leaving many wondering what changes might be ahead for local law enforcement and accountability in our small mountain community. Weather has also been in the headlines, and not just because we are all feeling that lingering winter chill. After 2 straight weekends of winter storm warnings and several inches of snow in parts of Cherokee County, county offices and many businesses have been dealing with closures, slick roads, and a few weather-related wrecks, including one that tragically took the life of a local man. Emergency crews, road crews, and neighbors have really stepped up, from clearing driveways to checking in on older residents, reminding us how this community pulls together when winter hits hard. Broader state news is still having an impact here in the mountains as well. State transportation officials say they are making steady progress clearing snow and ice from major highways around North Carolina after those recent winter storms, but they are warning that some secondary roads, especially in the western counties, may remain slick or partially covered for days. Health and emergency officials are also urging everyone to stay prepared, as another winter system could bring more cold, ice, or snow, which means keeping extra food, water, needed medicines, and warm clothing on hand, and checking on friends or neighbors who might have a harder time getting out if conditions worsen. Looking just beyond Murphy, there is important news for our neighbors across the Georgia line. In Towns County, where many Murphy residents travel for work, shopping, or lake time, the sheriff's office has been going through a period of turmoil after the sheriff was suspended and later indicted on multiple charges related to an incident at a shooting scene. That situation has left residents in nearby communities with questions about leadership and trust in law enforcement, and it is a reminder that even in small counties, accountability and transparency really matter. Now let us turn to the forecast for Murphy so you can plan the next few days. Today, Monday, expect cool, seasonable February weather with afternoon temperatures topping out in the low to mid-50s and morning lows down around the low 30s. With a mix of clouds and sun, and only a slight chance of a passing shower. Tomorrow, Tuesday, looks similar, but just a touch milder, with highs climbing into the mid to upper 50s, a light breeze, and only a low chance of any rain, so it should feel fairly comfortable if you are out running errands or taking a walk on the Riverwalk. On Wednesday, we stay on the cool side, with highs again in the low to mid-50s, and overnight lows near freezing, and skies trending mostly cloudy, which could bring a better chance of light showers later in the day. So keep a jacket and maybe an umbrella handy just in case. And hey, right here after the weather is the perfect time for a quick favor. If you enjoy starting your day with the Murphy Morning Show, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and go ahead and slam the notification bell so you never miss a morning. If you find value in this show, share the channel with a friend, a neighbor, or a family member who loves keeping up with what is happening in our corner of the mountains. All right, let us talk about what is coming up in and around town so you can mark your calendar. Even though it has already passed, a big shout out to everyone who came out this past Saturday for the Riverwalk Volunteer Workday here in Murphy. Events like that keep our beautiful riverfront trails clean, safe, and welcoming, and there will be more chances like it as we move closer to spring. Looking ahead, Main Street Murphy is gearing up for its second Saturday Shop and Sip on Saturday, February 14th, from about mid-afternoon into the early evening, with downtown shops and local businesses offering a fun stroll through town, special deals, and a relaxed way to support our merchants while enjoying a winter weekend outing. Over at the ballroom on Hiwassee Street in Murphy, the calendar stays busy this month. They are hosting a Valentine's-themed fundraiser on Saturday, February 14th, stretching from the afternoon into the evening, bringing folks together for food, music, and community, all while supporting a local cause. And it is a great excuse to get dressed up and enjoy a night out close to home. Later in the month, the Mountain Lakes Board of Realtors is scheduled to hold an awards gathering at the ballroom around Thursday, February 19th, giving local real estate professionals a chance to celebrate their work and network right here in Murphy, rather than having to drive to a bigger city. If you are willing to drive a bit, keep an eye on community calendars in Andrews and Blue Ridge. Andrews often hosts its Chamber of Commerce board meetings and community activities on weekday evenings at town offices or local venues, which can be a helpful way to learn what is planned for spring festivals, parades, or downtown improvements. Over in Blue Ridge, the Chamber newsletters frequently highlight weekend events, from live music and coffeehouse gatherings to outdoor activities and family-friendly happenings, making it a nice option for a short road trip if you are itching to get out of the house while we wait on warmer weather. As you head out to any of these events, just remember a few quick safety tips. Give yourself extra time on the roads while winter weather lingers, watch for black ice on shaded curves, and keep an emergency blanket and a charged phone in the car, especially if you are driving after dark or over the mountain gaps. And as always, if you are not feeling well, it is okay to skip a gathering and catch the next one. Our small communities are strongest when we look out for each other's health as well as our good time. That is going to do it for today's edition of the Murphy Morning Show. Thank you for spending part of your Monday with me, Sara, and with all of us here in Murphy and the surrounding valleys. Remember to subscribe, tap that like button, slam the notification bell, and share the show with a friend so our little morning community can keep on growing. And I will be right back here with you tomorrow morning to bring you the latest news, weather, and events from our mountain home.